Hey everyone, Andrew here at the Howard Homestead. Today I'm going to work on pruning our blackberry bushes. Now you want to do this because you want to remove old growth that's dead now. You can check for diseases. You want to open the plants up a little bit more for more sunlight and air to get through for better fruiting. And also pruning helps contain a kind of a wild blackberry patch that's gotten maybe out of control. So when you are pruning, a couple things you want, obviously a good set of pruners. These are the Okatsune pruners that I got from Stark Brothers. And if you have thorn blackberries, you want to get a nice pair of gloves. These are a thornless variety, so don't have to worry about that right now. So when it comes to pruning the blackberries, there's two things to think about. The first is that the blackberries have two different cane systems. The primo cane comes up the first year and grows, and then traditionally the floricanes are the second year growth of that primo cane, and they are the ones that fruit more. Now this is a Everbearing variety of blackberries in the prime arc family. What's nice about this is that they do fruit on the primo canes. So traditionally in most first year growth, they do fruit at the very end of the tips of the canes, which is really nice. So with that being said, last year, the canes that were floricanes died off. We cut them off in the wintertime. They were dead, cut them off, got them out of there. But now I need to do a little additional pruning on last year's primo canes. Now this year's floricanes will be fruiting more. So the canes that I'll be cutting back, on them will have the main canes that I'll be cutting back, and then also the laterals. So the laterals are the branches that go out and where you'll get most of your fruit on your floricanes. So to get started, a couple things I want to think about too is when to do this. You want to do this late winter. It has been an exceptionally warm winter here in Missouri this year, so stuff's already starting to bud a little bit. It is the 1st of March. And also per each kind of root system, I want 4 to 6 canes per root system. And then I want to cut the laterals back to about 16 inches. Now some things I'm gonna be looking for, obviously bad branches, broken, dead. I'll be looking for diseases. I'll be looking for branches that are maybe growing like low to the ground, because that's not really gonna be helpful because they're gonna be getting into the soil. Branches that are crossing too much, I'll probably trim some of them out. And then I'll need to look at branches like this one I've already trimmed back that I need to probably trellis back up to get them more upright. So it's starting at the base of this one. I've only got really 3 canes coming out of it, so I don't have to really trim anything at the bottom. What I like to do on the last year's primo canes that fruited, I'm gonna cut it back below where they fruited a little bit. So that way there's no new buds on this. The end kind of died off anyways. Now when you're cutting blackberry branches, what you want to do is make sure you dispose of these properly. If you live out in the country like we do, we could burn it. It's a great way of doing it. If that's not the case for you, dispose of it, get it off the property as best you can. If your trash pickup does a green pickup, that's a great way to get rid of them. So I'm gonna make a pile of them, and I'm gonna get rid of them after we're done here today. So looking at the other canes here, this big long one, I probably should have tipped it back late summer last year, but since it got pretty long, a little bit damaged on this end, I'm gonna cut it back to about 5 feet tall here. Make sure I leave enough buds on it, so I'll cut it back there. And then as I look through this one here was kind of outside my trellis system. I'm gonna tip it back just a little bit here. Let that go. And then as I move down the plant, any of these kind of brown areas, I'm gonna trim that back just a little bit more. Anything I feel like is damaged, that's from a different blackberry there. So I'll go ahead and cut back these tops a little bit, help encourage more lateral growth and just keep the plant looking nice. The thing you want to really think about when doing this is take your time, look at the plants as you go. Again, about 4 to 6 canes per blackberry bush. You gonna cut your main canes back to about 4 to 6 feet and your laterals in about 16 inches or so. And what that's gonna do is gonna continue to help get more growth, more fruiting, and more delicious, tasty blackberries. If you want to get your own blackberry plants or learn more tips and tricks on how to grow your own blackberries, you can head over to starkbros.com.